I don't think I would have believed me if I could time travel to myself and say, you could feel this good and be in this good of shape. I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, my boys are now 20 and 18, and we compete in everything. Mountain racing, basketball, lifting, like everything. I am competitive with them on every single thing we do. I never would have imagined that'd be the case. And so I guess I'm just really surprised. If you measure, you get the data, and you pair it up with scientific evidence, then you implement the protocol, it actually works phenomenally well, like more than I ever would have expected.
Okay. Interesting. I have like a personal goal, which is to be the world tennis champion of people over 100.
That's right. I remember you saying that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm confident I can't have that. I can't reach the goal at my age today, but maybe at over 100, I'll have the advantages enough to do it. What are some of the health data, and maybe it's a societal health data, that you wish that we could track, but just like, it's just too hard to get that data today because obviously we're getting the data on you, which is great, but it would be better if we could get data on like broader sets of populations.
I would love to understand something like, what is the temptation power in society? Like, what level of temptation do people feel to do bad things? Like with myself, I reframed any behavior, excuse me, that increased my speed of aging. I relabeled it as violence. And violence is a strong word because we imagine people doing physical altercations. I reframed missing bedtime.
So basically, having an ice cream cone is violence.
Is violence. In a way. And it was
interesting.
Exactly. And so I reframed it, and I know now how to achieve zero violence within me to get my speed of aging down to 0.69, which is about as good as I can do right now. And so I think about this in the larger term of goal alignment. I'm 35 trillion cells. How could I goal align Bryan Johnson, who's 35 trillion cells, to a single objective, which is continued existence, which is what we're trying to do with AI and the world. And it's like, I'm a microcosm of this thing. I would love to see if we could score that as a species. Okay, actually, I'd reframe the answer. I'd say I would love to score where we are at towards zero biological violence.
Okay, interesting. One of the things on self-control I think is hard is, in some ways, like having the one cookie is one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very pleasurable to have like one cookie, and I love chocolate chip cookies. It's very pleasurable to have that one cookie, but like the fourth cookie, like like in some ways, like is almost like it's not pleasurable, but I still will do it. Right. It's just, it's hard to stop. So the first one is like amazing and it's great and it gives you so much, like, it's so wonderful. But by the fourth one, it just like, it makes you feel bad and it's like your stomach's hurting.
And you still do it.
Yeah. And you still, so it's in some ways, it's like in some ways you could say, okay, don't even have the first cookie. But like, what I'm trying to do is just like, okay, how do I not have the fourth cookie? Right.
Yeah. I mean, these are legit problems about being human.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, a couple of personal questions. You grew up in a Mormon household in Utah. How do you think of that upbringing influenced you as an adult?
The most helpful thing was emerging from that bubble to realize I was in a bubble. This is like Plato's cave, where I could imagine living out an entire life not realizing that there are multiple realities, and that if you can pull back realities like layers, you spend your lifetime trying to find the next layer of your obliviousness to reality. And so climbing out of the first bubble of Mormonism was my first exposure of like, oh wow, like I can increase my sphere of conscious awareness by peeling this thing back. And it's put me on a lifelong journey to continually ask the question, what am I ignorant to right now?